Welcome back. In business tonight, reprieve for European automakers as Beijing lifts export restrictions on Nexperia chips, many of whom were warning of production stoppages. Attention now shifts to the Dutch government, which earlier said it will suspend its control over Nexperia if China resumes shipments of the chips. It signals a de-escalation of tensions between Amsterdam and Beijing over control of Nexperia. The tussle over the chip maker goes back years. In 2019, Chinese electronics supplier Wingtech acquired Nexperia for $3.6 billion. But last December, the US government blacklisted Wingtech, accusing it of helping Beijing's efforts to secure sensitive semiconductor capabilities. Then in September, Washington added Nexperia to the blacklist. Shortly after, the Dutch government seized control of Nexperia, accusing Wingtech CEO of misusing company funds for personal and external business gains. And just last month, Beijing retaliated by restricting exports of chips produced by Nexperia's Chinese operations. Well, Will Denselow, who's covering this story for CNA from Brussels, explains why the Netherlands is easing its stance on Nexperia now.
We've heard recently from the Dutch government directly, who say that they've made this decision based on what they describe as the constructive nature of talks. There have been a flurry of diplomatic activity over recent days involving the European Commission as well. A spokesperson for the Commission saying earlier this week that talks have really been ongoing with all parties. In other words, with Dutch authorities, with Nexperia, with Chinese authorities as well. A Chinese delegation was here in Brussels last Friday for trade talks, where the issue of Nexperia would, of course, featured prominently. But the major changing point really was, of course, that meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and US President Donald Trump, where there was that relaxation when it came to these export controls. Nexperia saying that they remain hopeful, optimistic, that in turn will mean that these chips will start reaching Nexperia's customers in Europe and around the world.